Hey guys, so Thursday's workout is going to be a 15-minute AMRAP of 9 strict pull-ups, 15 hand release push-ups, and 21 dumbbell swings or kettlebell swings. 15-minute AMRAP means you're going to repeat the 9, 15, 21 rep scheme over and over and over till either you can't do the movements mechanically well anymore, or you fail and you can't do pull-ups anymore, or until you hit the 15-minute mark, okay? For those of us for pull-ups progressions, if you have the pull-up bar and you have a band, we can do banded pull-ups. We are more than welcome to get our box underneath us and do jumping pull-ups. We are able to do strict pull-ups, but because this workout asks for strict only, it does not mean you can do kipping. So when we start with our pull-up, we want to make sure that we've warmed up our shoulders enough. So you might go ahead and start by kind of warming up shoulders by doing some arm circles, jumping jacks. You might also as well just make sure that in general the pulling position feels good. So usually I hang my band on top of the bar, and on top of the bar I extend the arms and make sure that there's tension on the band, and I pull some banded pull downs so that I can just warm up my shoulders. And then I also just hang actively from the bar. That way, again, I can sink in and pull away and make sure my shoulders, my lats, everything feels really good. For those of you that don't have a pull-up bar but have a squat rack, you can go ahead and do your pull-ups onto that. You can just take your bar, put it up on the rack. Make sure your rack is pulled into a wall. You can hang down low, pulling the bar into the rack, and we can perform some toe assist pull-ups. So the rack might be a little low for me. I might pull the J hooks up a little bit higher, but we want to make sure that when we're sitting on our lower bottom that our wrists come to the bar. So I'm about pretty good. All I'm going to do is use my upper body strength to pull, bring chin over the bar, and then I want to come all the way down to sink position. So in fact, I can tell that my J hooks are too low on this one, so I'm going to bring it up 2 just to be safe on this. When we're mimicking a pull-up, we're just utilizing the toes slightly in order to elevate ourselves. So again, I'm going to go ahead and have my grip with thumbs wrapped around the bar, hands right outside shoulder width. If I'm sunk in, I'm not active, so I'm going to pull up so my biceps are away from ears. I'm slightly elevated onto the backs of my heels. I'm going to pull all the way up, utilizing my toes, chin over the bar, and control all the way down till I'm at that dead hang. That's a great progression for those of you on a pull-up bar and or a rig spot with a bar, so that again we have the opportunity to make sure that we're getting full range of motion. I just want to walk the camera over here to you guys so you can see this. I have, again, my J hooks with a lip here. It is not safe for me to do my pull-ups pulling the bar this way. It'll come over the lip and the bar will fall off. So again, when I'm into the bar this direction and I'm pulling up, the bar you can see is sunken into the corner, and so it won't slip out, okay? So for our pull-up bar, you can see right here, again, it's gonna be the same thing. We're gonna have thumbs wrapped around the bar. We can utilize the band if we need to. These can be done in singles. We're hoping that in that 15-minute range that we probably get the opportunity to get these reps at a good volume set that we can perform. So it starts off with 9 strict pull-ups. So again, we can get up on the bar, hands right outside shoulder width, active shoulders, pull chin over the bar. I'm in that hollow position and then all the way down. After 9 strict pull-ups, we have 15 hand release push-ups. Please be reminded that on the hand release push-ups, as I tilt the camera down a little bit, it's really imperative that we maintain that tight form in that midline. So again, come down to all fours, plant the hands directly underneath shoulders. We're gonna go ahead and bring our positioning directly aligned, shoulders over wrists. I'm gonna kick my feet out straight back, toes and heels touch. I don't stay in a flat back position. I actually hollow out my shoulders. So I pretend like a balloon's right underneath my sternum. And I definitely don't want to be super saggy. That's a no-no. So nice and tight, I'm gonna come all the way down, touch just my chest. My hips and my thighs are still not touching. Notice that I'm straight, my knees aren't touching. I bring my hands up a 1/4 inch, release them, plant them, and press back up all in one fluid movement. Notice that I don't worm it. Common faults. People tend to come down and worm down. They get soft in their body and then they're worming back up. For hand release push-ups RX, we really want you to fight for that perfect form. If we do need to scale our reps, we do want you then to make sure that you know you can come down to your knees, touch, hand release, and back up. We prefer the knees versus you worming down and getting into that bad habit of thinking that this is like a burpee. So stay as stiff as possible through the hand release push-ups. The last movement is going to be dumbbell swings or kettlebell swings. You're just gonna grab onto your dumbbell with the head of it, interlace your fingers like a peace sign between the heads so you can hold on to it, get some good grip. We're gonna go ahead and turn sideways to show you that hip hinge again. Start off by just trying to touch your butt to the back wall, hinging back and forth and keeping the bell nice and close. Once you've got a little bit of momentum, it's gonna be like a pendulum swing. We're gonna go ahead and allow the hips to do the work and the butt to do the work by squeezing at the top as I thrust my hips forward and allow that bell to come to forehead height. Really important that when you're doing this for safety that you make sure that you're not swinging a bell in front of anybody or in anything in front of anything breakable, because if you accidentally get sweaty, let go of that bell, it goes flying, it might hurt somebody, so just be really careful. Again, you're gonna repeat 9 strict pull-ups, 15 hand release push-ups, and 21 dumbbell or kettlebell swings to forehead height. These aren't snatches yet. And you'll just keep doing that for as long as possible until the 15-minute mark ends. Or unless your pull-ups fail. So in that case, if your pull-ups fail, you are more than welcome to sub your pull-ups into bent over rows with that odd object. So you can take the dumbbell, pick it up with 2 hands, hinge at the hips, and you can row all the way to sternum and then right back down. So instead of push-ups, you could do rows instead. So that's a pulling position instead of a pushing position. Very complementary, but you could use rows, 9 of them, instead of strict pull-ups if you can't do them or you fail out on them, okay? All right, good luck, Cougs. Ready for your questions. Thank you.